I would like to invite to the stage now, and we've got some time here, to have Mark Perriello join us. Mark Perriello is President and CEO of the American Association of Persons with Disabilities. Mark? Thank you very much, Mark, and welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. So, I am very, very proud to be here today with all of you, and it is so great to look out across this room and see so many people from here in Ohio and from across the United States who are interested and engaged in making sure that the disability community's voice is heard in this election. Now, AAPD is a nonpartisan organization, and so we work every day with both Republicans and Democrats and folks from other parties as well to advance the issues that are important to our community. And that bipartisan tradition is so important to our success. It has been one of the keys to our success as a people. When you look at the, going back to the Americans with Disabilities Act, right? It was George Bush Sr. who made that law, right? When you look at the ADA Amendments Act, it was George W. Bush. And so all of the work that we do every day needs to be bipartisan. That is what history tells us. It is what the future holds, and it's what we do every day at AAPD. And so I am very proud to be here with Ted Kennedy Jr., who is on AAPD's board, with my board chair, Joyce Bender, with Tony Coelho, who is also on AAPD's board. Give them all a round of applause for their leadership. I have taken over the helm of AAPD about 1 year and 4 months ago, and it is such an humbling and honorable thing that I get to do every day to help fight for the rights of people with disabilities. And I have an amazing team that are working tirelessly on behalf of all Americans with disabilities and our supporters to really move the ball forward on so many things, from housing to transportation to healthcare to education. And I know that every day the team at AAPD is making a difference. And it only is happening because of the hard work of so many people that have come before me, that have come before my team members at AAPD in Washington, D.C., and because of the tireless work of folks like Tony and Joyce and Ted and my entire board. One of the things that folks may not know, I, before coming to AAPD, worked for President Obama. And one of the things that I have been very, very fortunate to have happen and to do is to really work in a bipartisan manner. And so I'm saying that word a lot, and I think it's important. But one of the first conversations I had as a new president of AAPD was with Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers, who is here today. And let me tell you, she is such an outstanding champion for our community that I am also proud of the partnership that we have, the growing work that we are doing together, and I'm looking forward to so much more good, positive outcomes because of our partnership. So if folks could give Cathy McMorris Rodgers a round of applause as well. And I will say, to her credit, I think, she was very skeptical of the guy who came from the White House and whether or not he would be bipartisan. And I would have been the same way. But it has been so great to work with her over the last 1.5 years and with folks on her team like Karen Sumar, who is with here today, in order to really make sure that we are making great progress on both the Democratic side and the Republican side. But now it is my honor to introduce Josh Mandel, who is the Republican candidate for the United States Senate here in Ohio. And for folks who may not know him, he was first elected in 2006 to the Ohio State House of Representatives, knocking on 19,000 doors. 19,000. He wore out 3 pairs of sneakers in this process. And when he decided in 2010 that he wanted to run for treasurer, you know what he did? He traveled over 110,000 miles in Ohio. And I don't know if you know this, but the span of the globe, the circumference, is about 24,000 miles or a little bit more. So that is saying something. He went around the globe 4 times in order to win that office. And his dedication to the people of Ohio and potentially to the folks of the United States is second to none. He served 2 tours in Iraq. He graduated first in his Marine camp boot camp, first in the Marine Intelligence Service, and I am very humbled and honored to introduce him today. So Josh Mandel.